Hello Otis and welcome to our lovely Erongo Talk viewers.
Yes, we've got another exciting program lined up.
No, definitely.
And today we are coming within the safety and the security of our studio.
Yes.
Yeah, and I know why you're laughing, but it's a story for another
Yes,
day.
it's a story for another day.
So, what can our viewers expect today?
Yeah, no, as usual, we bring you some of the latest Erongo news. We bring you a crime update. Basically, what the update entails is just what happened in the crime front here in our region, and as well as in our country. We bring you some of the front pages of the Namibia Media Holdings daily newspapers, sports news. We also have Between the Lines, where we chat about the booze bus. So we chat a bit about that. And then if you were not at the penguin angling bonanza that took place over the weekend of the 26th of December, we are going to bring you some of the highlights. There was some lekker fish caught.
Definitely
Otis.
big
Very
ones,
big
and
ones.
big prizes.
Yes.
Handed out also. I think the winner walked away
30,
with about
yeah,
20
yeah,
Gs,
yes.
20 Gs, yes.
Just for catching some fish.
Yes, yes.
Ek dink ek is in die
That's
verkeerde
how we
beroep,
do it here
Otis.
in Antis Bay at the coast
Yes.
every December.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely. So we bring you an update of that as well. So, what calendar day are we celebrating today, Otis?
Holy Andrea, you caught me off guard.
But I think it's birthday.
Birthday, yes, birthday.
It's birthday.
Birthday,
So please
yes.
stay tuned. We will be right back after this.
And in our news for today, the Ministry of Fisheries and Marine Resources issued over 91,000 Namibian dollars in fines from 1 to 31 December 2021. Figures provided to Erongo 24/7 show that 90,540 Namibian dollars in fine were issued by the Walvis Bay Regional Office, which is responsible for the central and northern coast, while 900 Namibian dollars in fine were issued by the Luderitz Office, which is responsible for the southern coast. All the offences registered at the Walvis Bay office had to do with illegal harvesting, fishing without permits, and violating the size and quantity limits.
En nou gaan ons 'n bietjie voorbly gesels, Andrea.
Yes.
En ons kop af met die Republikeinse voorblad wat vir ons vertel dat die pad tussen Rospina en Ausenker onder water is nadat hulle vertel nie net vir ons, hulle wys op ons paar mooi foto's hier op hulle voorblad. Nadat die Oranje rivier en die Visrivier begin opstoot het. So vloedwater uit Suid-Afrika het gister 'n pad tussen twee dorpies in die Oranje rivier gesluit. kommer heers oor die Oranje rivier en vloed, wat so vroeg in die reenseisoen reeds die pad tussen Ausenkerk, die land se tafel dryf Mekka en die myndorp Rospina in die verre suide gesluit het. Nou meneer Alexander Maasdorp, die dorpsbestuurder van Roskor, gesamentlike mynbouonderneming wat laasgenoemde dorp bestuur, het gesê dat ons gaan nog baie water verbykry en hy is ook bekommerd daaroor dat die baie water wat in die benede Oranje rivier na die Atlantiese Oseaan vloei, reeds baie beskadig het en toegang na dorpe belemmer het.
Ek het 'n video gesien waar iemand geprobeer ry het oor daai brug, maar hoe, dis bietjie sanitair gehoud is.
Ja, daai pad het 'n gevaarlike kraak in, kan ek hier sien op een van die foto's, in die nuwe keerpad tussen Rospina en die Oranjemond.
Ja.
So, as jy
Goed dat hulle hom toegemaak het, dis fyn.
gaan
Ja.
kry jy 'n kopie van die Republikein, dan kyk julle na wat daar aangaan. In hulle tweede storie gesels hulle oor 'n bietjie goeie nuus vir plaaslike toerismebedryf aan die begin van die nuwe jaar, en dit is dat Duitsland en die VSA se aankondiging gekom het dat die streng reisbeperkings vir mense uit Namibië gelig is. Ja, so die markte is twee van die toerismebedryf se grootste voedingsbronne, Leandre. So die aankondiging volg nou dat kommer oor die gevare van die Omicron variant wêreldwyd afneem.
Ja, definitief. Hulle het reeds gesê so 'n bietjie mild ook. En dan op die algemene site so voorblad het ons they show us some crash statistics over the festive season, basically pertaining to accidents, fatalities that happened over the festive season across the country.
Yes.
And then their main article is about a data leak and apparent money laundering and corruption charges that stem from DRC, between DRC and China. And apparently the former president of the DRC is also implicated here. Yes, but you can, if German is not your thing, you can Google translate it, and then you get the crux of the matter. Yes.
Yeah, moving on to the Sun, Leandria. The Sun reports about the elusive sovereign wealth fund that's almost here. And they said that the fund could target asset sales, royalties collected from mineral extraction, privatization of parastatals, and public-private partnerships ventures between local and foreign businesses. Now, Namibia is one of 4 countries scheduled to launch their sovereign wealth funds this year, joining the existing 161 funds and annual global report on wealth funds revealed. The other 3 nations, according to the 2022 Global Sovereign Wealth Fund report, are the Bahamas, Mozambique, and Israel. So this global SWF is a comprehensive data platform that tracks all the world's sovereign wealth funds and public pension funds. And the annual report by Global SWF analyzed data from 161 sovereign wealth funds and 275 public pension funds. So while details on how the fund will be seeded, funded and governed remain scant, predictions are that the Namibian fund could target asset sales and royalties collected from mineral extraction, privatization of parastatals, and public-private partnership ventures between local and foreign businesses. And then on the second story, the Sun reports about parents complaining that the so-called free education in public schools is a farce, and now the Education Ministry has revealed it had already in March 2021 transferred $51 million for schools across the country to procure stationery and educational materials.
Yes.
Yeah? So many schools have issued parents with long lists. We know most.
Yes, I've seen some of that list out there, and it's quite hectic.
With a long list of stationery and materials that they must buy for their children, including textbooks. Now some schools even include items that are needed for the schools itself, essentially asking parents to bail them out. Yeah, so there's a very nice graph that shows how much money has been allocated to all the regions.
Yes.
And I see that the Erongo region tops the amounts of money, with 3 million being allocated, funds for the procurement of school stationeries for the 2021-22 financial year. Very
sure.
interesting stuff.
Yes, definitely. So please grab your copy of the Namibian Sun, the Republikein, or the Algemeine Zeitung. You can also head on over to Erongo 24/7's website. That is www.erongo.com.na. That's www.erongo.com.na. Please stay tuned.
Right, ons is weer hier saam met Annelien Langenstrassen aan die einde van die Bonanza, Hengel Bonanza. Annelien, hoe het dit gegaan vandag? Is julle tevrede met die hele dag, met die vangstes, met die sponsors, met die hele byeenkoms?
Het was absoluut fantastisch geweest. Ons het 'n wonderlike dag gehad. Ons was eintlik totaal surprised met die grootste vis. Ons het gedink die kabeljou gaan die vis vat vir die dag. En toe vat 'n stemra die vis, die bonanza vis vir die dag met 'n 18,195 kg. En hy het al vroegoggend ingekom. Dit was een van ons eerste visse wat al ingekom het vanoggend. Ek dink die ou het sy naels afgebyt toe hierdie groot visse begin hang. Maar ek is baie bly vir hom. Hy het ou Kersfeesgeldjie gekry en is ietsie vir die sak vir nuwe jaar.
Ek verstaan nie die grootste vis gaan aan die oudhuis gegee word.
Korrek. Wat ons doen is elke hengelaar wie se naam op die bord was, dit hou ons die vis van. Ons gaan dit nou fillet en ons gaan dit nou aan die ou huis skenk.
Okay.
Uit liefdadigheid, yes.
Meeste van die vis is redelik ver noord gevang, noord van Henties Bay.
Noord van Henties Bay, meeste van die vis het by Paul, by myl vanaf Canopy af, Horing Bay, Winston, en dan het ons ook 'n visie gehad wat die leervis was en hy het by myl 7 uitgekom.
Excellent. Enige vooruitsigte vir volgende jaar? Ons kyk nou na 34 jaar, volgende jaar is 35 jaar wat hierdie bonanza gaan plaasvind. Het julle al iets spesiaals in mind?
Ons dit hang nou net af van die COVID. As die COVID vir ons volgende jaar nou nie so hard vat nie, wil ons baie graag 'n groot tent opslaan en weer soos wat ons normaalweg dit gedoen het met die musiek, met die kroeg en dan bietjie stalletjies binne in ook.
Excellent. Annelien, baie dankie.
Baie dankie.
Goeiemiddag, ons is hier saam met Ernst Petersen wat die Penguin Hengel Bonanza 2021 se bonanza vis gevang het. 'n Steenbra van 18 hoeveel?
18,195.
195. Nou vertel ons 'n bietjie meneer Petersen, waar presies en hoe het dit gewerk?
Ek het die vis vanmôre vroegmôre gevang by myl 87. Ek het eers ingegooi met 'n stukkie pulset en chokka toe vat 'n krapmieling. So het hierdie trio krappietjies. Toe gooi ek dyne in en nie lank daarna nie toe trek hy belie my af.
Ja. Nou die vis wat jy nou gaan vat, wat gaan jy met hom maak?
Die vis?
Ja.
Nee, ek dink maar jy hou die vis.
Okay.
Ja.
Alright, ek dink wat hulle gaan doen is hulle gaan dit vir die oudhuis gee.
Oudhuis auction, ja.
En die geld, die gaan jy hou, né?
Ja nee, definitief.
En
Hier is myne.
en wat gaan jy daarmee maak?
Nou, ek het nog nie so ver gedink nie. Ek het nie verwag ek gaan hierdie bonanza dag wen nie. Almal het maar vanoggend opgestaan en kom probeer.
Okay. En hoe voel dit?
Ja, I'm overwhelmed. Het is onbeschrijfbaar. Het is terrific.
Is dit die eerste keer wat jy bonanza deelneem?
Nee, ek neem maar elke jaar deur, maar dis die eerste keer wat ek wen.
Excellent.
Prys wen.
Al baie geluk. Geniet dit en voorspoedige nuwe jaar.
Baie dankie selfe vir julle en dankie aan al die borgers en die dag moontlik gemaak het. Dit was baie lekker.
Excellent.
Sien julle volgende jaar.
Dankie.
Baie dankie.
Goed, ons is hier saam met Christo van der Merwe. Hy is hoofbemarker by King Price en hulle was die hoofborge van hierdie jaar se Henties Bay Hengel Bonanza wat deur die Penguin Hengel Club georganiseer is. Christo, sê vir my 'n bietjie hoe die dag verloop volgens julle en vertel ons 'n bietjie hoekom julle die ding sponsor.
Man, baie dankie. Ek dink dit is 'n groot geleentheid gewees vir King Price en ons is baie dankbaar vir die borgskap. Ek dink die man het goed gedoen. Die Henties Bayers en die res van Namibië sien al baie lank uit na 2-3 jaar van COVID en die pandemie wat aan die gang is, ek dink dit mense uitgesien om weer teen Desember bietjie vis te vang en mense het uitgesien na bietjie familie saamtrek en bietjie uit te kom na die viswaters toe. Ek dink dit was 'n groot sukses geweest. Dis 'n paar visse wat groot uitgekom het en dis 'n paar manne wat mooi visse gevang het. So ek dink dit was 'n groot sukses en ons is baie trots en dankbaar om as Namibiese maatskappy betrokke te wees by so 'n kompetisie.
Is daar enige rede hoekom julle belangstel in hierdie kompetisie?
Ja, ons is trots Namibies en ons glo daaraan om ons Namibiese maatskappye en Namibiese hengel clubs en so te ondersteun. En ja, ons kyk uit vir geleenthede om mense in die buurte te ondersteun. So ja, ons glo daaraan om die Namibiese mense te ondersteun en dit is hoekom ons hier is vandag.
Excellent. Chris, baie dankie.
Baie dankie.
And now we bring you some sports news, and this is from the back page of the Namibian Sun and the Republican. Now, kicking off for the Namibian Sun, we have Moses' Young Stable Ice Top 15 rankings. Now, AC Promotions founder Emmanuel Eames Moses' campaign to create global stars this year has began as the flashy promoter aims for top rankings and sponsorships. Now, Moses, who serves as a promoter and trainer, expects a busy 2022 as he prepares his trusted boxers to rumble for glory and top honors. So that is some New Year's goals there, Otis. Now, for moving along, Namibia's 18-year-old sprint sensation Christine Mboma says this year will be one of hard work and proud moments. Now, Mboma, who has been on holiday in Swakopmund, says she has not only been spending time with her loved ones, but is also training. So this was a working holiday, basically, for Mboma, non-stop. And then just finally, Namibian goalkeeper Virgil Fries's future at DStv Premiership side Swallows FC is set to be decided following the opening of the January transfer window. Now, Fries looks set to be the next player to depart the Dubai Birds during the current transfer window.
Ja, en ons beweeg nou na die Republikeinse agterblad, waar daar berig word dat wêreldatletiek 3 van Mboma se wêreldrekordtye afgekeur het. So slegs haar Olimpiese silwer wentyd word as 'n wêreldrekord erken en haar afrigter Henk Botha sê die les is geleer dat die Namibiërs volgende keer na 'n rekordtyd op toetsing vir verbode middels sal aandring. Nou 3 van Christine Mboma, Namibia se wonderkind en silwer medalje wenner van 2020 Olimpiese Spele, sy ander wêreldrekordtye verlede jaar is deur wêreldatletiek vir bekragtiging afgekeur. Klaarblyklik meerendeels die skuld van die bijeenkomste organiseerders eerder as die atleet. Maar as julle wil meer daaroor lees, kry vir julle 'n kopie van die Republikein.
Ja, of gaan loer selfs op die webwerwe van Namibian Sun of die Republikein en dan kan jy 'n bietjie meer lees hier oor hierdie sportnuus. Gaan loer gerus ook op Erongo 24/7 se webwerf, dis www.erongo.com.na vir alles wat hier in die Erongo streek gebeur. Bly asseblief ingeskakel.
Welcome to another segment of Between the Lines, and today I have with me Annelien Langenstrassen, my colleague and the journalist who brought you the news about the
Booze bus. Yes.
Now, Annelien, this bus was introduced on the 8th of December,
Yes.
and it became operational on the 10th of December. What is this bus all
Yeah,
about?
no, it was perfect for the festive season, you know, the start of the festive season. But basically, the Boost Bus is a mobile office on wheels.
Yes.
So, but this specifically caters for traffic officers. Now, it's equipped with an on-site office, basically where the officers can test for drunk drivers. They have this. It's the Intoxilizer 9000. It's got a very fancy name, Otis.
Yes, yes.
Where
You need
it,
to breathe into
yes,
it.
you breathe into it, so it's a bit better than the handheld ones.
Yes,
But they also have the handheld ones.
Okay.
They also have like a computer connected up to a system where they can check for warrants of arrest. If you have a warrant of arrest against your name, yes, outstanding warrant of arrest. They can also do speed measurements, so all that equipment is on the bus. But the nice thing about this bus is, Otis, and which stood out for me, is the fact that it is basically a jail on wheels. Because they have like a holding cell at the back of the bus, which can accommodate about 3 people, and they also have an own toilet as well, and they have like a little kitchenette. So if they need to drive out and stay at a specific spot for a couple of days or a day, they have everything there, so they can get something to eat. They can do the entire. Basically,
Well-equipped
yes, it's
office
very well equipped
on
office.
wheels.
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
So Annelien, have this bus made an impact?
Oh yes, definitely, Otis. If you just look at in terms of drunk driving, it definitely made an immense impact. And the thing is, people now know the booze bus, so they know exactly what it's about. So if they see it, it's like you come moeilijkheid. Exactly. Because the acting municipal traffic chief, that is Clifton Jacobs, he just gave us a rundown of the fines, basically, of what they pertaining to the al die verkeerde dinge wat die mense op die paaie aangevang het, ja. And they arrested about 30 drunk drivers. 30. And that is between 8 December and the 27th of December. They also arrested someone for giving false information, and there was another person that they arrested who had an incorrect call on their car.
The disc.
Exactly, the disc. It was registered to another vehicle, and he actually put it there. And one thing is, a lot of people took a lot of chances over the weekend, over the festive season. So there were a lot of fines pertaining to, tires, not having the correct permit, and all of that. Overloading, exactly. Learner drivers, they're driving without proper supervision with someone who has a license. So the impact, personally for me, it's been an immense impact. And I think we needed something like this.
It's a deterrent.
Exactly.
A visible deterrent.
Exactly. So it was nice to see, because they basically raked in thousands of dollars pertaining to fines. And it's not, the boost pass is not going to be here just for the festive season. It's going to be here for until lengte van dae, soos wat in Afrikaans kan sê.
Do you think they're going to replicate this initiative in other areas?
I think they should. I definitely they should do it. Like I said, a lot of people before the booze bus, there were a lot of people taking chances as well. And during the fact the booze bus were even there were still people taking chances. So it's like Clifton Jacobs also said, it's a afskrikmiddel vir die mense. Yeah, just to see that, okay, we have law enforcement here. They're doing their jobs. They don't need an office. They don't need just a regular car, whatever the case may be. They can actually just arrest you on the spot, put you in the back of the booze bus. Anytime, exactly. Put you in the back of the booze bus, and if there's about 3 people in, they take you to the cells.
Yes. Now, finally, Andrea, what's the public's perception or opinion about this bus?
There was quite some lekker comments and stuff out there, especially when we made the video. The very first video we posted on Erongo's Facebook page, where we introduced the booze bus. And then Clifton Jacobs also explained that the bail for drunk driving now is $10,000.
Up from 8.
Up from 8. The courts decided on that. So everybody were losing their minds. How can the courts decide on the bail not? And I know for a fact that a few people also called Erongo asking if they have outstanding warrants of arrest. What must they do? So the opinion it was a lot of people like, no man, you can't make it 10,000. A lot of people were bekommerd about warrants of arrest, but it's just it's a great
Initiative.
Exactly. En aanwins, hy is die regte woord oud is.
Aanwins vir ons
Yes,
streek.
exactly.
I think in terms of accidents overall,
Yes.
less accidents, less
Fatalities, exactly. We only had 4 for this festive season.
Yes, which is still too much.
It's
but
still
we
too much.
Need to work on those ones.
No, we definitely do. We definitely do.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it all about the Boost Bus. Stay tuned. Now for your crime update. 2 men wanted for a robbery with aggravating circumstances and theft of a motor vehicle were arrested during an undercover operation in the DRC informal settlement of Swakopmund. The duo was on the run for more than 3 months. According to Deputy Commissioner Erastus Ikuyu, the Regional Crime Investigations Coordinator, the 24 and 25-year-old suspects were arrested on Sunday morning around 4 o'clock. The 2 men will appear in the Swakopmund Magistrates Court. A garage owner who was also arrested some time ago for his alleged part in the crime after parts of the red polo that was stolen during the robbery were recovered in the roof of a garage in Kusapmund. The vehicle was stolen during a robbery that occurred on the 26th of October in the early morning hours in Mondesa. Andreas David Gilso and Cleopas Fetso were the 2 suspects implicated in the robbery. A minor, 16, was raped at Marinta while she and a friend were walking home after drawing money for her sister. They stopped behind a business park to relieve themselves when an unknown suspect grabbed her by the hair and dragged her to a tree under which she was raped at knife point. The friend ran away. The suspect also took the girl's phone and $200 Namibian before walking away. She reported the incident to her uncle, and the suspect is still on the loose. A man, 45, was arrested at Groothout Settlement for having allegedly raped a 32-year-old female. 2 male suspects, 38 and 33, were arrested at Ochimuse and Katatura after they allegedly raped a woman in 2 separate and unrelated incidents. In a case registered under the Domestic Violence Act, a husband threatened his wife that he would burn down their house and kill their 2 children at Stampreed. A police officer attached to Deputy Prime Minister Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwa's VIP team overturned a bakkie belonging to an official motorcade near Nanjombo village in Kavango West. It is alleged that one of the tires burst, causing the driver to lose control. Nandi-Ndaitwa was not present at the time of the accident, a police incident report stated. In another incident, a 27-year-old man was arrested at Marinta for driving a car under the influence of alcohol. The driver, 26, of a sedan hit a 66-year-old pedestrian who was crossing a road, fatally injuring him at Oshikambo's Ohono village. A case of culpable homicide was opened. And that concludes your crime report for today. We are with Luther Humphreys, the captain of Atlantis, the champions of the league section
Yes.
of the SFC Christmas Cup. How you feel, man?
Yo, it's a proud moment. We've been chasing this cup for, I think, over 4 years now.
Yes.
And today was our day.
Yes. You also play as a goalkeeper, so you were instrumental in ensuring that your team grabbed this win today.
Yes, it's my privilege to lead from the back as a captain, to encourage my players.
Where to from here?
Yo, as you know, in our country, football is still on hold.
Yes.
So we'll check maybe next year.
And, okay, so for how long have you guys been playing together?
Basically, is whenever Atlantis it's actually a social team.
Yes.
So basically, we train on Mondays and Thursdays at Atlantis.
Yes.
So we guys just come together and just ask them to put for us a team in the league division at the SFC Cup.
So what ensured that you guys pocketed the win today?
Yo.
What was the secret of your success?
Yo, team spirit. Most of all, team spirit.
You are also a well-mixed team of 11 Arrows players, Blue Waters players, as well as other players. So how does that impact on your performance?
Yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing. The experience. They play at the NFL, Namibian
Yes.
Premier League, and
Yes.
some guys play in the first division,
Yes.
some in the second division. So that experience helps a lot.
Okay. Any message to your players
Yo, I just want to say to them, thank you guys, thank you.
and the
Thank you.
organizers?
It was a great tournament. Next year we'll be back.
Thank you, man.
Okay, thank you.
I am with Fred Helm Gunzel.
Yes.
How are you doing, Captain?
Very well.
Yes,
Very
yes.
well. Tired, but very well.
Yes, it took a marathon penalty shootout
Yeah.
for
11
you guys.
players.
Yes, yes. For you guys, Libertas,
Yeah.
to pocket this tournament.
Yeah.
Tell us about your team.
Yeah, our team is a Stellenbosch student team or base student Stellenbosch team.
Yes.
Not mainly, but we're trying to keep it young players. Yeah, students, mainly students.
You have won this tournament before,
We've won it twice, yeah.
twice. Now it's your third
That's the
time.
third time. So 16 and 17 we won it.
Will you be back to defend next year?
Yes, of course, we're always here.
You've been playing this tournament for quite some time.
Yeah, I think Libertas has been playing more than 20 years.
Wow. So what was the secret of your success today?
You need a good team, good vibe in the team, good energy, and then commitment. You got to fight. Legs were tired, but you have to fight.
Who would you say was your standout player?
I don't know, probably the guy who shot the last penalty, because that is a nerve-wracking moment there.
Yes, yes.
But
And-
yeah, let's say the keeper, I don't know. Everyone in the team did his job, and we were 11 men in the end, so we needed everyone.
What would your message be to your players and the soccer fans
To our
out there?
players, we did the job right, pushed in the session, and to everyone who's playing, play with heart, play with energy, come play. This is a fun tournament.
Thank you
And
so
yeah,
much, man. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Pleasure.
Dion, son of the soil, I think it started here at SFC for you. How do you feel to be here, and what's your impressions of the matches?
Yeah, first and foremost, let me thank the Almighty God for being with us in these tough times. And yeah, coming back to the tournament, you know, it's been a tough year, and it's been hectic, man. But yeah, we are thankful for something for the tournament being hosted.
Yes.
For keeping all these kids out of the streets, bringing their families to the stadium to watch how their kids are playing.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm grateful for the tournament that SFC is always hosting in December, and I'm feeling great that I'm back home also, where it all started with me. Yes. I came here as I was 12 years old when I came to SFC.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm grateful that every year everything is changing, you know. Yeah, I'm just praying and hoping that things will change, you know, back home, especially in Namibia, with our leagues not running. But yeah.
Tell us about your foundation.
Yeah, basically for my foundation, I'm gonna launch my foundation next year. The first week of January. That's where I'm gonna launch my foundation. My foundation will be basically, I'll be looking into the junior boys, the under 13s, and up until the under 17s.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it's actually a development project.
Yes.
Yeah, to bring the next generations.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's life been at Orlando Pirates?
Yeah, life has been good. Yeah, you know. Yeah, we've been struggling, but yeah, we're getting on our feet, and the most difficult thing is most of our star players are injured, but they are coming back one by one. So yeah, we're waiting for next year to see how they will come back.
Okay. Finally, what's your message to the youngsters out there?
Yeah, to the youngsters, what I can say is they must just keep believing. There's always hope, you know. When you have hope, faith, just push and grind, yeah, and stay away from all negative things, and yeah, just put in the hard work, and the reward will be there.
Thank you so much, man.
All right, welcome. All right.
Okay, and now we bring you the weather and tides for today, and kicking off for the harbour town, Wolfish Bay. A maximum temperature for today expected 20 degrees Celsius. For tomorrow, a minimum of 30 and a maximum of 21 degrees Celsius. We had sunrise at 23 minutes past 6 this morning, and then sunset will be at 8 minutes to 8 this evening. Now, for those that would like to go fishing Firstly, we will have a west-northwesterly wind of 11 kilometers per hour prevailing. For those who would like to go fishing, we had high tide at 20 minutes past 5 this morning, low tide 21 minutes past 11. High tide will then be again at 25 minutes to 6, and then low tide will be at 25 minutes to midnight.
And then over in Swakopmund, we expect a maximum temperature of 19 degrees Celsius for today, with a minimum of 15 and a maximum of 19 degrees Celsius expected for tomorrow. The wind is expected in a west-southwesterly direction at about 11 kilometers per hour. Sunrise was this morning at 23 minutes past 6, and sunset is expected at 9 minutes to 8. Your first high tide of the day was this morning at 20 minutes past 5. Your first low tide of the day was at 21 minutes past 11. Your last high tide of the day is at 24 minutes to 6 this evening, and your last low tide of the day at 25 minutes to midnight.
Awesome, Henties Bay. So maximum temperature for today 19 degrees Celsius. For tomorrow a minimum of 15 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 20 degrees Celsius. Sunrise was at 25 minutes past 6. Sunset will be at 9 minutes to 8 later this evening, and a southwesterly wind of 9 kilometers per hour will be prevailing today. And then high tide 23 minutes past 5, low tide 23 minutes past 11. High tide will then be again at 12 minutes to 6, and then low tide will be 13 minutes to midnight.
And moving further inland in Arandis, we expect a maximum temperature of 28 degrees Celsius for today, with a minimum of 10 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 29 degrees Celsius for tomorrow. The wind is expected in a south-southwesterly direction at about 13 kilometers per hour. Sunrise was this morning at 22 minutes past 6, and sunset is expected at 11 minutes to 8 this evening.
Awesome. Now moving on to Usakos. It's very hot. Maximum temperature for today 37 degrees Celsius, and then for tomorrow a minimum of 12 degrees Celsius, and then again a maximum of 37 degrees Celsius. We had sunrise at 20 minutes past 6 this morning, and then sunset will be at 14 minutes to 8 later this evening, and then a south-southwesterly wind of 11 kilometers per hour will prevail today.
And then in Karibuk, we expect a maximum temperature of 36 degrees Celsius for today, with a minimum of 12 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 37 degrees Celsius expected for tomorrow. The wind will prevail in a southwesterly direction up to about 11 kilometers per hour. Sunrise was this morning at 19 minutes past 6, and sunset is expected at 7:45 this evening.
Awesome. And then finally in Omaruru, maximum temperature for today 37 degrees Celsius. For tomorrow a minimum of 13 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 38 degrees Celsius is expected. Now we had sunrise at 20 minutes past 6 this morning. Sunset will be at 17 minutes to 8 later this evening, and then a south-southwesterly wind of 11 kilometers per hour will prevail for today. And that is your weather and tides for today and tomorrow. Please stay tuned.
And that concludes another Erongo Talk episode.
Yes, Otis.
But we would like to interrupt our program, our
Yes.
regular program for
Yes.
today, with rather sad news. Leandra?
Yes. We just received confirmation that the Namibia Dry Dock and Ship Repair, that's NAMDOC, the acting CEO, that is Ms. Heritha Nankolo Muyoba, was involved in an accident earlier this morning in the north, and she unfortunately passed away. So NAMDOC says that she will be remembered for her humble approach, exceptional and compassionate leadership skills, and then our sincerest condolences goes out to all her loved ones locally and abroad. May her soul rest in peace. So it was quite a terrible accident in the north earlier this morning, Otis. It seems that there were 5 fatalities, of which she is one, and there's also some injuries as well. So we work very closely with Ms. Muyoba, so this is quite...
During the COVID pandemic,
exactly,
in particular,
yes,
she was
yes.
heading the task force
Yes,
at one stage,
yes.
the COVID task force,
Yes.
instrumental
Definitely.
in ensuring that things were put in place to deal with the pandemic while we
Exactly.
were still the epicenter.
Exactly, and she was also one of the people that had the Corona Care campaign, that ran the Corona Care campaign, basically where the private sector was trying to assist the state in terms of the pandemic.
Yes, and then at this point in time, we can only say that our thoughts and
Yes.
prayers are with the family and relatives as well as the staff of EBH. Yes, Leanne,
Yes.
yeah?
Now, please head on over to our website. That is www.erongo.com.na. That's www.erongo.com.na. To read more about what is happening here in our lovely Erongo region. You can also follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. On Facebook, we usually give you some of the breaking news of what is happening here in our region. And then you can get in contact with us at 0811 7040. That is 0811 7040 on both WhatsApp and Telegram, where you can let us know what's happening in your town. Send us some news tips. Let us know what you are doing. Or let us know if you would like to advertise with us in both our online and print media. Now, another thing, Otis, I must say is 2 slappies. Thursday and Friday. It's only Thursday and Friday that you are going to see the lovely faces of the Erongo Talk team, because we are going on a 2-week holiday. A much deserved holiday, especially about after what happened earlier this morning. But we are not going to divulge.
Yes, and while we are there, we are going on leave, but that doesn't mean you need to stop sanitizing, you need to stop keeping your social distancing.
Yes,
and
very
you need to
important.
mask up,
Yes.
especially when you are out
Yeah.
with, public and so on.
Yeah, we still find ourselves in the 4th wave of the pandemic. We have the Omicron variant, although people say it's a bit mild, but it's still very important. Like I said yesterday, COVID is ons daai huisgas wat net nie wil huis toe gaan nie. Maar ons het dit aan ons hande in om seker te maak. Yes. As nuwe jaar, nuwe dinge. Ons is opgesukkel met COVID. So, please stay safe. Please take care of yourself. We will see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to join you from the Swakopmund roadblock, and we're going to chat a bit about how things went down on the roads over the festive season. So enjoy your day. Until then, it's bye.
Bye-bye.
If I could turn back time, Lord, I wouldn't mind to restart the clock again. If I could turn back time, Lord, I wouldn't mind to aim for a different end. If I could turn back time, Lord, I wouldn't mind, Lord, I wouldn't mind. If I could turn back time, Lord, I wouldn't mind, Lord, I wouldn't mind. I would save everyone that I could. Stop so many from feeling a pain that they never should. And I wouldn't spend one dime on things that didn't matter in the end. I'd hold on to every gift I got, like the ones I'll never get again. If I could turn back time, Lord, I wouldn't mind to restart the clock again. If I could turn back time, Lord, I wouldn't mind to aim for a different end. If I could turn back time, Lord, I wouldn't mind, Lord, I wouldn't mind. If I could turn back time, Lord, I wouldn't mind, Lord, I wouldn't mind. And I would be kinder to some and colder to others. I would know I can trust as my sisters and brothers. And I wouldn't waste my time on people who bring me down. I'd say yes to every chance I got that ever came around. If I could turn back time, clock again. If I could turn back time, Lord, I wouldn't mind to aim for a different end. If I could turn back time, Lord, I wouldn't mind. Lord, I wouldn't mind. If I could turn back time, Lord, I wouldn't mind. Lord, I wouldn't mind. If I could give the ride another go with everything that I now know, I think it would end up the same, and that's okay. If hindsight is 20/20, then everyone's blind. It's easy to predict a past once you've left it behind. If I could turn back time, Lord, I wouldn't mind to restart the clock again. If I could turn